Toronto Raptors have made a very interesting signing today, bringing in Justice Winslow on an Exhibit 10 contract, and this is very intriguing as Winslow's been a guy that's bounced around the NBA a little bit, but has shown tremendous promise at points throughout his career, but has dealt with some injuries, hasn't really found his footing within an organization, so it's intriguing bringing him in. So we'll break down this contract, including what's expected of him coming into this Raptors organization. So lots of stuff to break down there. Additionally, we have some injury updates to Jakob and Poeltl and Achiuwa, and a former Toronto Raptor signing with the Memphis Grizzlies. So lots of stuff to break down. Before we jump into any of that, Toronto Raptors basketball is back as the Raptors are moving into a new season with some new players, new coaches, and just an exciting new feel to this season. And frankly, this was needed as last year was definitely getting a little bit stale. And if things are getting stale in your own life, particularly with your living situation, it's probably time to move. And rentals.ca has you covered as they're Canada's largest apartment hunting network. You can rent condos, houses, apartments, whatever it is. Their website's clean, it's extremely easy to use, and you'll be able to find, no matter your price range, your next moving destination. So definitely check out rentals.ca. And in honor of the season starting up, they're doing a massive giveaway for you folks. So basically, we're partnering with Rentals. If you follow them on Instagram and you follow Raptors Digest on Instagram, all you got to do is put your handle into a form that's down in the description below as well as the pinned comment. So no additional information, no crazy steps. We just want to know your Instagram handle, and then we're going to be doing a giveaway for a custom Raptors jersey. That's right. Whatever player you want, heck, you could throw your own last name on there. Rentals.ca will deliver it to you guys. So definitely check them out on IG, check us out, and then put your Instagram handle in the link in the description. So excited to be giving that away. It's going to be a really fun start to the season. So shout out to rentals.ca for partnering with the channel, being just a great partner with Digest Media. But let's dive into the news because we have a lot of stuff to dive into. And the first thing we're taking a look at is the Toronto Raptors signing Justice Winslow. And Justice Winslow is a guy that I mentioned is a very intriguing player because there were moments over the course of his career where he was pegged as the next star, a guy that could potentially break out. And we even saw him during that 2016 playoff run with the Miami Heat really give us the goods, at moments during that playoff series. So Justice Winslow's a guy Raptors fans are probably familiar with, but haven't heard a lot about in recent seasons. Well, the latest news, the latest intel's come from Blake Murphy, and we also get news that Maker will be 905 bound as he's been waived from the team, but they've also signed Justice Winslow. And Blake Murphy went on to say that Winslow is an Exhibit 10 deal, and basically there's the intention to go to the 905 to get back on the floor, stay healthy, and be on the NBA's radar. So potentially huge for the 905 while he's there. So this is very encouraging because, as I mentioned, Justice Winslow's been an intriguing piece all around the NBA. He's not some guy that's kind of like, our Denzel Valentine signing. He's been out of the NBA for the past couple of years. Hasn't really, he's trying to work his way back into the league. Justice Winslow's a guy that's been on NBA rosters, and he's produced, definitely. So basically, just looking at, his whole overall sort of stats and profile, right? Justice Winslow's a guy, 6'6". He's played a lot of point guard position, which is something he's migrated to over the course of the later years of his career, but he's still not an old player, even though it feels like he's been around for multiple seasons. He's only 27 years old. He's big, he's a wing, he plays some great defense, he can dribble, he can facilitate, and over the course of his career, he's put up some solid stats. 8 points per game, 5 rebounds, 3 assists on not the greatest shooting percentages by any means, especially from behind the three-point line, only 31%, the free throw arc, but Justice Winslow is a guy that's a legitimate NBA player when healthy. And his biggest issue has been staying on the court. And frankly, that's why he hasn't really found his footing with another team and stuff, because even with all the hype he had coming into his NBA career with the Miami Heat, I think the Hornets tried to trade like 4 first-round picks from him, or the Celtics, or one of those teams on draft night, and the Heat said, no, right, this is our guy, he's going to be the next star. He didn't live up to that hype, but he has been a solid NBA player. Just looking at his stats over the course of his career, right, what he's been able to do just last season, mostly with the Portland Trailblazers, right, 7 points per game, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, not the greatest shooting as I mentioned, but again, a really solid role player out there, especially for what he provides on the defensive end and just over the course of everything, right? With Portland, you can see the games played is really the biggest issue in terms of his ability to stay out there on the court, but he has put up with the Clippers, with the Blazers, right, some decent stats. Obviously not the greatest teams there in the Portland Trailblazers, but years before, right, definitely had some great seasons with the Miami Heat, 12 points per game, 11 points per game. Again, provides it all. The question is, this is the archetype of player that the Toronto Raptors have really been bringing in over the last 3, 4, 5 years or so. Big wings that play a lot of defense. Now, we have moved away a little bit from that, acquiring Jakob, bringing in Schroeder and stuff this summer, but Winslow kind of fits the traditional Masai Ujiri sort of pickup. And frankly, given the fact it's only an Exhibit 10 deal, we'll have him in our system. If he is just balling out, getting healthy with the 905, things aren't working out for we'll see what happens with Jeff Doughton, Malachi Flynn, those guys' future, right? We'll see how maybe, Garrett Temple sort of plays out. If this guy is dominating Justice Winslow in the G League, it is awesome to have him in our system. And he's pretty excited to come here as well, as Darko Rajakovic has really been a guy that's popular for new players coming into the team. But Justice Winslow ended up tweeting, "Darko!" out on his Twitter after this news essentially came out. So lots of exciting stuff happening with this Justice Winslow signing. I know it's not guaranteed he's going to be on the roster. It's not guaranteed he's going to be with the big club, but the fact that we have him in our system as one of these guys, like the Denzel Valentines, the Justice Winslow, I like the way that Masai Ujiri is sort of approached handling these acquisitions, particularly with our farm system in the 905. So we know we can develop players. We're trying to get back to that sort of philosophy, that culture, and Justice Winslow could be another product of Raptors sort of turning a guy's career around. Didn't happen with Stanley Johnson, who wasn't the same draft, but maybe it will work for Justice Winslow. But let me know what you guys think about this acquisition. Next thing we're taking a look at is an exciting injury update for Jakob and Precious Achiuwa. Exciting injury update seems like a little, I don't even know if I'm more of oxymoron or whatever the heck you want to, haven't taken English class in a while, but basically, Jakob and Precious Achiuwa are expected to play tonight against the Washington Wizards, and the plan is to get rotation guys up to regular minutes in advance for the opener against the Minnesota Timberwolves on Wednesday. So this game is going to be very exciting to watch. Probably the most exciting of the preseason because we are going to get to see who's going to be in the lineup. I don't think Otto Porter Jr. will be out there in this one. We'll see. But outside of him, we'll have most of our rotation pieces. And there's already been questions about will Grady Dick play? Who will be the sort of deep bench players for this Raptors roster? But to see what Darko really has in store for our lineups heading into this final game of preseason, it's going to be exciting to see. So let me know what you guys think. Do you think Doughton might get some opportunity here? That should be an exciting game. But happy to see Precious Achiuwa's groin injury is healed to the point where he can play and get regular rotation minutes. Jakob overcame his flu or respiratory, whatever illness that they had. I'm not sure they specify. Koloko still has the respiratory issue. And then Otto still kind of out there. But let me know what you guys think about the injury update. The final thing we're discussing in this video, it's a former Toronto Raptor. Ended up getting signed by the Memphis Grizzlies. And David Johnson, right, a part of that second round sort of crop with the year with Scotty Barnes, Delano Banton. Delano Banton ended up going. David Johnson has been with the 905 for the last recent seasons, played with our Summer League team. So excited to see him get an opportunity with the Memphis Grizzlies, get an opportunity over there. Basically, Memphis Grizzlies have announced that the team assigned David Johnson. So great stuff with that. Shout out, hopefully, he was kind of like the odd man out of that rookie crop coming in. Obviously, Delano Banton didn't only ended up staying for a couple of years. Now he's with the Boston Celtics, but wishing the best for David Johnson. But wishing the best for this Raptors squad. Wishing the best for you as you guys enter this giveaway for rentals.ca. Really pumped to be giving away a jersey here to one of you folks. So again, follow rentals.ca on Instagram, follow Raptors Digest, and then put your username into the Google form below. That's all you need. Easy steps, completely free. 30 seconds, and you could win a custom jersey. But folks, you guys are the best. I'm signing out. Cheers.